Each year, every Travelzoo employee gets a free vacation to test our deals. It's called the Travelzoo Experience. I'm Kelsey, and my fiancé Dan and I took the road less traveled to Machu Picchu. Today, Cusco is celebrating its birthday, so they have this huge parade. Our waiter just told us that the parade started at 8 a.m. and it goes until midnight. Last year it went till 3 a.m. and every business is represented with a team of dancers down there. It's all part of the big Festival of the Sun, which we're lucky enough to be here for. Before we set off to Machu Picchu, we visited the Salineras de Maras salt mines in the Sacred Valley of the Incas. The thousands of pools are filled by a natural saltwater spring. Once the water evaporates, the salt is carefully skimmed from the pools. We also went to the Ballestas Islands, which are famed for their rock formations and abundance of wildlife. We saw penguins, pelicans, seals, and a cave full of sea lions. Visitors should dress warm for the windy boat ride and may want to consider wearing a poncho to protect against surprises from the hundreds of seabirds overhead. The most famous route to Machu Picchu is the Inca Trail. However, the trail's popularity also means you'll bump into a fair amount of other tourists. It also requires a permit, which I discovered the hard way must be reserved many months in advance. They were already sold out for our travel dates. I began exploring alternate routes to Machu Picchu, many of which don't require permits. We picked the 4-day Lares route. This route promised to be the most remote and uncrowded, passing small Incan farms where the locals raise llamas and plant potatoes by hand, the same as they have for centuries. I think the most amazing part is that our group of truckers is the only tourists that we've seen all day. We made it to Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
We hiked an hour up steep staircases to the top of the adjacent Huayna Picchu mountain to get a bird's eye vantage point. Huayna Picchu requires a separate $25 permit, but the views overlooking Machu Picchu are worth the extra money and exertion. Now we're really at the top.
Okay, now we really made it.
Now it counts. It's also the perfect place to get engaged. Dan had hidden my engagement ring in a pair of socks for the entire trip, and I had even carried it part of the time. Of course I said yes, and the other hikers who had reached the top gave us a round of applause. We even saw some tears.